I've decided today to move my rose bushes to next to the gate. From over here, in the end of what I call bed number 2, this is bed number 1, this is bed number 2. I'm going to have a nice line of rose bushes just as you come in. I think that will be pleasant. You see, the thing about weeding is you only really need to do it when you've got something to replace the weeds with. What's a weed and what's not a weed is relative. Those are beans, they're not weeds. Lavender, also not weeds. That's probably a weed, but that's a nasturtium. These are just miscellaneous weeds, but they all have their part to play. So don't just dig them all up all in one go and leave bare earth. It's just no good. Wait until you've got something to put in their place and then use them for compost. It's a gradual process, and that's fine. So I've removed some weeds here, as you can see, and put a rose bush in its place. I've actually planted some garlic just there. You can't see it yet, but oh, maybe. What's that? Too soon to tell.
There's a sort of evil out there. Something very, very strange in these old woods. Call it what you want. A darkness, a presence. It takes many forms, but it's been out there for as long as anyone can remember.
Now then, there's something in gardening called the corner method. And I'll be honest with you, all I really know about it is that it involves planting garlic in a corner. Here we have a corner. And this is the corner from which I just removed the rose bush, which is now over there by the gate. There it is. And to be honest, I think that's all you really need to know about the corner method, except to say that it's a way of deterring things that eat other things that you might want to eat, like cabbages and broccoli and beans and so on. And if you plant your garlic around the corners of your bed, you're sort of spreading the smell around, the scent that deters the things that you don't want. So I suppose you plant them in all of the corners as well, not just one. That would be kind of pointless and somewhat pathetic. Now the only other thing I know, and therefore the only other thing that I think you need to know about garlic, is when you plant it, you don't leave some of it poking above the top of the soil, which is one of those common gardening myths I learnt quite recently, in fact about this time last year. You bury them about this deep and you just put soil over the top, so there's, you know, a few centimetres covering it. And then come October, November, as it gets colder, the garlic will sprout and you'll start to see shoots before the end of the year. And then into spring and summer you'll have some very long shoots, which are forming nice big bulbs of garlic on the end. And that's all there is to say.